Hey everybody, it's Nerdicane. We're doing New Mutants Dead Souls 2, just came out today. This feels like old times. It was a fun read. I still have a little bit of problem with just how ugly they draw Ilyana in this. But as far as writing and personification of the characters, it was very good. It's kind of a D&D. This looks like a D&D group. It's very much a Dungeons and Dragons cover. It's still the same team, Rosenberg, Gorham, just like that. And I said this feels like old times. When I finally got done reading this, I realized that this felt like an old '80s X-Men comic. This felt like an old New Mutants comic, which I pulled some New Mutants comics out of the basement to read, to get a feel for the old stuff, and then kind of compare it to the new stuff. But cast of characters, credit where credit's due. Here's why it starts. This is why it feels like an old comic, like an 80s or early 90s comics. There's a prologue, which shows you that there is a problem, but it doesn't give it away. And then at the end, there's an epilogue with a big surprise, which I'm not going to spoil, but I'm so excited about the thing at the end, where at the thing at Kieran Shake's hovel apartment from last issue. It's not Kieran Shake in there. It's somebody that I love in comics, and I'm glad to see back. Hope I didn't spoil too much of that. But getting back to the story, once again, we're going to the whole SJW thing with food. I'm a chef, okay? I've opened restaurants, I've sold restaurants, I've run restaurants. I don't obsess about food, even though, yes, I do a food line of videos. I don't obsess about food as much as these SJW writers nowadays. I don't know what their obsession is about it. You see food so much in these comics now. This could have been training, this could have been... this was a bit of character development, but it's more of them talking about Ilyana. I don't know why there's so much food in comics right now. It's so weird. But she pulls up out of the blue and basically teleports all these people to the Antarctic or wherever they are. It's really cold. They go and they get dropped in with no briefing, no anything, and you don't really do that with a team going into places like that. You usually have some sort of briefing and you let them know what's going on, where they're going. But here's the cool thing. The thing that was up there was a frost giant that they pulled up. I'm going to try not to spoil this whole story. I think this is a buy. I think it's fun. It was a fun read. Look at this art. Look how good this is. This is, I kind of dogged this artist last time for how ugly Ilyana's drawn, and then that there's no background. And there's still very few backgrounds. There's still a lot of shortcutting. But you see this frost giant, this perspective, the scaling. That's very cool, and that's very well done. And this kind of clears the thing up, because you see frost giants in Thor, and you see frost giants in the Thor movies, and they're just kind of like foot soldiers. They just get plowed through, and if you ever played Dynasty Warriors, that's the peons. That's what the frost giants feel like against Thor. But if you get them one frost giant against just a regular mutant, like these are probably none of these are Omega level mutants. They're very good, they're very powerful mutants, but they're not the top tier. So you see one frost giant keeps this whole team on the ropes for most of the thing, for most of the fight. The thing that they do, I'm not going to spoil, I really don't want to spoil any more of this. The way they deal with this frost giant is dope. It is very good. I did not expect that. It was that I don't want to spoil it because I just spoiled the ending. I did an edit there. This is the other part that makes this feel like an old 80s or 90s comic. There's this little epilogue at the end, and the surprise is on the next page, and there's a surprise right here. I'm not going to spoil that for you. I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to go out and read this book, and I want you to buy this book. This You know, as far as like the whole comics gate and the diversity in comics crowd, and I'm not sure what we call ourselves, skeptics. I think I prefer to call ourselves true believers in comics. We believe that comics don't need the political grandstanding. They don't need the virtue signaling. We believe comics can stand on their own as storytelling, as an art form, as a media. And it doesn't need all the purse puppying and all that other stuff. But we've had sort of our comics movement has had problems with Matthew Rosenberg in the past, but you know, DNC did a video about redemption stories. This is a redemption. This is the dude is I mean, sure, he's got his politics and he injects them into his stories sometimes, and he's a little toxic on Twitter, but he's doing what we want people to do. He wrote a good action comic. It felt like old times, but this is new. It's a new angle on. It's a new take on the team. It's fun. It was a fun read. I enjoyed it. The surprise. There were 2 surprises in it, and and preface this with the fact that I've been reading comics since like the late '80s. I don't get surprised very often. Cullen Bunn surprised me once in X-Men Blue, as much as I really don't like his writing, but oh my god, this was so good. This was a fun story, 2 really cool surprises in it. I'm looking forward to issue number 3. I can recommend it. Go buy it. It's fun. I wish they would draw her not so ugly, but yeah, thumbs up on this one. My name's Nerdicane. You can hit me here. You can hit me on Twitter. Thanks for watching. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, get a share. If you have any comments, if I missed anything in this, I'm going to go back and cut that spoiler out of there because I don't want to spoil this for you guys. But if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. I'm always up for talking with fans. I'm going to do one more of these today, at least. Probably this. I'm not going to spoil this. I'm probably just going to tap in and do a quick vid on it and let you guys know that I still think it's very cool and I still think that's worth buying. Worth buying. This had a weird start, but I'm going to give it another shot to see if I can get back into the story because I love Babs Tarr. I love her artwork. But thanks for watching. Thanks for 8 minutes and 10 seconds of your life. Have a good day.